I think there are two, three things that are driving it. One is UPI itself as a ecosystem is, like you mentioned, growing at the rate of knots, right? Even before the pandemic, it was growing pretty fast, and it will continue to grow. And so that when you couple with the fact that you have a single app that allows you to do not just bill payments and money transfers, but also allows you to use your UPI account to do all your shopping orders. So suddenly now you're seeing the usefulness of UPI increase multifold. And in the situation like a pandemic where a lot of your purchases, a lot of your spends are going digital, you are seeing that as an added tailwind. I think where we are seeing a lot of interesting growth from is we are seeing consumers adopt the whole spectrum of services within our app as they're coming. So they're using that UPI not only for doing a bill payment or a money transfer, but they're using it equally to buy their grocery, right? And so I think what it is doing is it is really familiarizing customers with a whole new way of paying, not just for the digital utility services, but also the physical goods that they were used to buying. And in addition to that, UPI is one of those things which is based on a money transfer network. So as more and more people join it, your rate of growth does increase exponentially. So that's kind of the phase we are going through. We had a bunch of new features that we launched. We launched on iOS. We launched a bunch of new services for customers, both on the app as well as offline. And so all those are culminating into this growth that you are seeing recently, which we expect will sustain in the months and quarters to come.
Right, exactly. In fact, that was what I was coming to. Is this going to sustain? Is it, a sustainable phenomenon, the kind of growth that you have seen, the uptick you have seen? And secondly, what trends can you tell us about the demographics? And you've already mentioned a wide range of use cases, but in terms of demographics, what patterns are you seeing? Because IMI data, they came out with data a few months back, which said the number of internet users in rural India has exceeded that of urban India. So, in terms of demographics, what patterns are you seeing now?
Yeah. So I think we are seeing patterns which pretty much mimic the rate of internet growth in India, right? And if you think about Amazon and just fundamentally where we are getting customers from, it is no longer just from the tier one and tier two. It is from all over India. And so payments is no different. So payments we are seeing growth from all over. So if you look at our the the billers that our customers are paying bills at, they are from all over the country. They are not just from the big cities. They are not just from the tier two cities. They are from the tier four, tier five cities as well. If you look at the small merchants that we are acquiring, they are not just again in the big cities. They're number 30 and number 40 cities and beyond. So I think you are seeing a seminal shift towards digital payments. And UPI is definitely the biggest catalyst that is driving it. What we are also seeing is we are seeing multiple customer segments across these demographics adopted. So it is not only people who are new to digital or people who don't have credit cards. It is just a simple payment experience that everybody is adopting. So you may even have a credit card, but just the convenience of using that same handle everywhere is pretty compelling. So you're seeing all kinds of customers adopt to UPI for certain use cases just for its simplicity. It's just one of the most convenient ways to pay from your bank.
In fact, insurance is something that you are going live with, right? I mean, you have plans there, so maybe you can share your plans for an insurance foray with us.
No, absolutely. So again, it's one of those things which we have learned from our customers that it is a need for customers because buying insurance typically is not an easy purchase. There's a lot of fine print. People have to read through a lot of details. There is a lot of selling that happens to them, whereas customers just want to make an easy, transparent decision. The claims process in insurance is pretty tricky. So a lot of customer feedback around saying, "Hey, can you quote unquote Amazonify insurance? Can you make it very simple, right? Can you make it simple? And if we have a problem, can you just solve it for us?" So that problem statement really energized us, right? So we don't look at it saying, "Hey, we are a payments player or a financial services player." It was just a problem statement that the team found a great deal of empathy with and energy from. And so that's kind of where we started. And we have launched now auto insurance and two-wheeler insurance. We also launched a COVID-specific product for our sellers, where they could take COVID-specific insurance. So I think there is a lot of opportunity again, as we think about micro insurance products, whether when you're buying a product on Amazon or whether you're buying a flight ticket, you're taking a cab ride. So you will see a lot of innovation in all those spaces from us in coming months.
An interesting question on voice payments. Talking about voice payments, how do you see voice being used as a second factor authentication for payments? In fact, you just mentioned a while back about how you can just ask Alexa to help you with various functions. So how do you see this evolving?
No, absolutely. I think we have to in this. See, I think one of the great things that I feel we have done in India is really made the second factor, multi-factor authentication happen, because of which you see the trust in digital payments being higher, the fraud rates being lower, and so on and so
Right.
forth. So I think
Right.
multi-factor is crucial. At the same time, the way it has been implemented does have a lot of friction points, right? So we have to keep inventing on the second factor and how to make it more seamless. And I think voice does present a very exciting frontier because everybody's voice. And I think using that, it'll take some time for us to perfect the technology and make it robust, and make it sort of regulatorily kosher. But I'm very optimistic that these kind of technologies, biometric technologies, voice technologies, are the ones which will be the future. And particularly for 2FA, I think voice can really be a disruptive force. So we are very bullish about it. We are working on it.